Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another live Q&A. This is probably going to be the last one of the year. I'm thankful for everybody that's been joining on these live Q&As throughout the year. And I have a special guest with me today, so I'm going to introduce you guys right now to Movies with Ryan. What's up, man? How's it going?
It is going. We're in the Christmas spirit here.
Definitely, man. So it's that It's almost Christmas, like 3 days, right? So
Yep.
I know everybody's anxious to probably open up some presents and spend some time with their families. So I was gonna ask you, did you want to introduce your channel? Because I know you have you're a Bluetuber as well, and you do have a YouTube channel. So I'll probably
Yeah.
give you the floor right now, so you can do your introduction.
All right. Of course, I'm Ryan with Movies with Ryan. That is my YouTube channel, and you can also find me on Instagram with under Movies with Ryan. Been around for about 4 months. Put a weekly video every Wednesday, and every other Sunday I do a bi-weekly Blu-ray and DVD collection update, and that's about it.
Nice. Yeah, I did want to get you on the channel for the live Q&A. It's been a couple of weeks that we've been planning this, so I'm glad that you can make it. We do got some people in the live chat right here. So yeah, let's get to it. We are going to talk about our top favorite movies for 2021 as well. If you guys want to say any of your favorites in the comments down below, let us know. We'll probably talk about those movies. So any questions that you guys have for me or Ryan, ask away as well. So yeah, let's get to it. So first of all, we got Cinema Master 97 here. What's up, 4K and Ryan? What's up,
What's up,
man? How's it
Daniel?
going? I know we did that Instagram live too, like a couple of days ago. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. And
I
we
got
did
to
that.
start doing more of those.
Yeah, last week, and then I did one with Movie Buff Grant on Sunday. That went really well. It's been very interesting.
Yeah, those are getting kind of interesting because I at first I never saw people go live on Instagram, so I never did. But now I see a lot more people are on Instagram, so maybe I have to do a couple lives on there because there's a lot
Yeah.
of people that probably don't come on YouTube, and I think that's a good opportunity to reach out to the Instagram people. So
Yeah, and I
yeah,
don't. It doesn't look like he's in the chat yet, but Cal L Daly has been doing one just about every day, and I've seen all sorts of people popping in and out on them, and they've been really good conversations. So it's been real
yeah.
nice.
All right, so Cinema Master is asking, what are your top 5 Christmas movies ever? Do you have like your top 5 favorite Christmas movies?
Off the top of my head, Bill Murray's Scrooged, um, probably National Lampoon's Christmas. Man, Miracle on 34th Street.
All the classics.
Yeah, Christmas Story. Christmas Story is my number one, and that's about it.
I mean, mine are gonna be like more what I grew up with and the time that I grew up, and that's like Jim Carrey, The Grinch. I remember
Yeah,
renting that at Hollywood Video, and I think it was like because I didn't go to the theater and watch that, but it was one that you did rent, and it was awesome. I like that one. Elf with Will Ferrell. That one's another good one. And you can't go wrong with Home Alone. So Home Alone
yeah.
1. That's something that I think that was actually my first VHS that I collected, Home Alone. So that was my first movie. Um, I still remember going to get that. And I'd say for another Christmas movie, Krampus. I know a lot of people don't like Krampus, but it's a fun comedy horror movie. Um, I like the little evil gingerbread man, like the scenes. Those I know it's kind of cheesy, but it's fun. And
And
then
it's just got
Bad
the
Santa. I like Bad
that
Santa too.
Krampus just got the Naughty Cut 4K too, didn't it?
Yeah,
I've seen a lot of
awesome
people talking
slipcover
about
on
that.
that. So Screen Factory, I was surprised when they announced that. I was good that they announced it. Krampus, I wasn't expecting it, and I think they just announced The Ring, but I don't know if that's coming from Screen Factory. That's supposed to get a 4K. Me and Daniel always talk about The Ring getting a 4K, and it actually got rumored now, so that's pretty cool.
The American version, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. Cinema Master asks, any plans for Christmas? Do you have any plans for Christmas? Are you
Just having family Christmas here on Friday, but I'm on call for work, so there's no telling.
right?
I'm off until next Monday, but I could get called out at any time, so that's going to be fun.
I actually work Christmas Eve and Christmas, so
Ooh,
it kind of sucks because they kind of want me to do 12 hours on Christmas, and I'm like, that's a holiday, like,
yeah.
but we'll see. Hopefully not. For sure, 8 hours though.
Yeah.
Jared Runner says, "Howdy everyone. How's everyone? How has everyone's day been going? Today's my day off, so I'm just enjoying it. Anything exciting today for you?
I was up at like 3:30 this morning to get into work. I had a customer that I had to be there super early, so it's been a long day.
A lot of work, 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 work.
Not that I really do a whole lot of work, but it's work.
Right. All right. Cinema Master asking any movie announcements you are excited for. So they announced a couple good things coming out for physical media. We got Ghostbusters getting that collector's edition with the trap
Yep.
set thing. I'm not sure if I'm picking that up because I kind of want the individual slipcovers if they do them. I'm not sure if they are. Is it just going to be that? Is that the only way you could get 1 and 2? Because I had never picked up 1 and 2. So
See,
I
now I've
thought,
got 1 and 2 on Steelbook, so if they do a Steelbook, that's what I'm going to pick up, even though the
right.
trap does look nice.
What do you think about that 4K slipcover for Ghostbusters Afterlife?
Looks pretty good. They've gotten really good with their slipcovers here lately. They've really been, I think, expanding and trying different things and getting stuff looking more colorful and appealing, trying to sell their stuff.
Yeah, that's definitely Sony because Sony, when they do 4K exclusive, they usually do like an exclusive slipcover for that 4K. The Blu-ray gets a different cover, and then whatever for the DVD. But I do like that they put some effort to the slipcover.
Yeah.
Same with Venom.
And
anything else you're excited for, or any movie announcements that you heard about?
in physical media, La La Land's not one of my favorite movies, but I missed out on the Best Buy and like the Manta Lab
Yeah.
special edition steelbook. So the Lionsgate one, I'm looking forward to that. Somebody said that Heat's coming back on the plate for 4K, so I can't wait for that. Movie releases, The Black Phone with Ethan Hawke. That looks really good, and I'm not a horror usually type of guy, but I'll watch anything with Ethan Hawke. And then I dropped a video today that was inspired by an A24 movie they just spoiled last week, which is Everything, Everywhere, All at Once,
Nice.
which looks really good. It's got Michelle Yeoh from Couching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, so can't wait for that.
What was I going to say?
Then your John Wicks and, everything else.
I heard John Wick just got, they're going to delay it till 2023 now. That's what Rev 4K was saying. So I hope that's going to suck.
Yeah.
I was excited for John Wick 4 the most for next year. And since that's gone, it's going to be a bunch of Marvel films again and a bunch of other stuff.
But that Multiverse of Madness they dropped, the trailer, was it today or late last night? Looks really good.
Yeah, Doctor Strange. Congrats on 900 subs. Thank you. I just reached 900 today. So I'm excited to see where the channel goes next year. Hopefully I hit that 1K. I mean, it doesn't matter about your subscriber count, but it is like good to always see it grow. And I appreciate everybody that comes onto this channel. So yeah, I hope to upgrade my equipment later because that's what I'm kind of working on right now, is getting better equipment, like the video camera and all that stuff, so I can do more stuff for you guys. And especially I want to do more stuff than just Blu-ray hunts. So hopefully if I get all that equipment settled, I can do more videos and put out more content out there. All right, we got Tony's Movies and More. Hey guys, just stopping by to say hello and congrats on 900 subs, 4K Media Guy. Awesome. And also Tony has a YouTube channel as well. You guys can check out.
Yes, he does.
And I'm trying to get him as a guest. It's just our schedules. We're trying to figure that out so he can be a guest on here. So hopefully soon, Tony. We have Tim Talkies in here. Merry Christmas, you guys. Merry Christmas.
Yes, Merry Christmas, Tim, the man with all the knowledge. I love watching his videos. You'll never know what you'll get out of them.
Yeah, and he has a awesome movie room. I love his setup, like all those shelves he has. And he has that one that spins around. I'm like, I should probably get one of those. Yeah. He looks like he was running out of room, but he's kind of organizing it to put more stuff. That's the problem of being a collector, is when you have so much that you have to start getting rid of stuff or whatever you have to do. All right, Cinema Master, very early Christmas, you guys. Merry Christmas to everybody here, because it's in about like 3 days. So Culture Trini saying, what up, people? How's it going, Culture? Stranger Boy's in here. What's up, man? How's it going?
How's it going?
Foxtel saying, hey, what's up?
There
what's
he
up,
is.
Foxtel? All right, everybody's saying pretty much what's up to each other. So, all right, so we're going to talk about our 5 top favorite movies of 2021. Do you
Or
want to start off
releases.
with? Yeah.
Or physical releases, period, or whatever.
So are we doing physical release or
Well,
just 20?
you can do whatever you would like. You are the master in control here. But I pulled 5 releases I purchased this year that I really love, and are my top 5 things I bought this year.
I think your microphone went out again. You want to? Yeah.
Can you hear me?
We got some audio issues right now. We'll get it fixed right now.
Well, this is fun.
Hold on. Let's see. John Wick. Jared says John Wick 4 and Top Gun are both got delayed to 2023. I'm surprised with Top Gun because I thought Top Gun was already done filming. I thought that should have been out already, but I don't know. They're taking their time on that one. So John Wick 4, though, I am kind of disappointed. I thought that should have been for next year. I understand Keanu Reeves just filmed Matrix 4, so that's probably why. But did you fix your headset? I still don't hear you, so let me see if I can help you. Oh, your thing is muted.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay.
There you go.
Get rid of those.
Technology, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's see. I guess Jared Runner was just saying that Top Gun is delayed as well till 2023.
By the time these movies come out, just by all the trailers they release, we're going to know the whole movie. Same thing with Black Widow. When I finally watched that, I was like, I already know what the whole movie is.
Yeah, your hype goes down for the movie. You're not that excited for it because it's been too long. So that doesn't help.
No.
Let's see. Top Gun was delayed again. Holy cow, I lost all the care for that one with all the delays. Yeah. All right, so we're going to do the top 5 releases for 2021. I'll start with number 5 for me. That's going to be Free Guy. Because Free Guy, I really didn't expect to like it. I thought it was just going to be a generic comedy of Ryan Reynolds movie. But when I watched it, I really liked it. And I thought he did a great job. And it's a lot. I would say it's a lot, not a lot, but it's rewatchable a lot. Like I would want to rewatch this a lot. So yeah, Free Guy is going to be my 5.
I really enjoyed it. I thought they did a really good job of blending the game world with the real world, and it was funny. But every time I heard Ryan Reynolds talk, I just heard Deadpool. So I need to go back and watch it because I know there's just a whole bunch of just small little details and little quips and funny things. I need to rewatch it.
Right.
So you went with the 4K. I'm going to go with the Criterion. My number 5 thing I purchased this year that I really loved, the Once Upon a Time in China trilogy. I was really surprised that Criterion released this because this is from early 90s, and it's probably one of the biggest Chinese epic movies starring Jet Li. And it's got a Once Upon a Time in China 1 through 5, and then Once Upon a Time in China and America. But if you love martial arts.
When did that come out on physical media?
End of November. I think it came out the week of Thanksgiving, if I remember correctly.
Okay, so really recently. So
yes,
you could have got it with the sale.
I did. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I think it was originally a little over $100 maybe, and then it was like 46 or something like that on the sale.
Yeah.
But it's a super nice set.
See, with Criterion, I'm kind of like I'm not really knowledge in Criterion too much, so I kind of don't know what to get. I try to just get stuff that I really know, I guess, because I'm not sure if I'll like it. I do have a couple Criterions, but I guess, if somebody recommends something, I'll probably check it out.
Well, and since I don't do horror, I watch a lot of Asian cinema and like Korean, Chinese, Japanese stuff and all that, and they have a very good selection of stuff like the early Kurosawa and stuff like that, Sword of Doom, Lady Snowblood. Nice. Like I said, I was surprised they actually put this set out.
Yeah, it's a nice looking set right there. Looks pretty expensive. Like you said, it was original price.
Yeah. That's why I was happy when I seen it was releasing in November. I was like, good, it won't be as expensive.
All right, so should we go to number 4? It's in my collection right now, but I would say A Quiet Place Part 2 for number 4.
That is a good one.
It takes off right from the first movie. Well, it kind of goes back in time to kind of give you like how it all started out. But you do get more character development for the kids. And I think they're like the ones they're pretty much the star of the movie now, like the girl and the brother and sister. and I just want to see where it continues from there. Part 3, hopefully we'll get something. I know that they just wanted to have a standalone with the first movie. They didn't even want a sequel.
Yeah.
But it is nice that we got it. So.
Yeah, I wasn't going in expecting much out of it, and I was really, really surprised. It looked really good too.
Yeah. So yeah, what's your number 4?
We'll stick with the Asian theme here. Have you seen Snowpiercer or Parasite?
Parasite, yeah.
The Bong Joon-ho box set.
Nice.
It's got most of his more noticeable movies: Barking Dogs Never Bite, Memoirs of a Murder, which just got a Criterion release, The Host, Mother, Snowpiercer, and then both versions of Parasite, the black and the white and the regular. But
wow.
Had to import it because it wasn't released here in America. It's an Artificial Eye, and they're pretty much just strictly a UK label. But this box set is super nice.
So how's the shipping on that since it's international?
Expensive.
Yeah.
Sometimes it just depends on where you order from. Like Zavi only charges like $4.99 to ship their stuff usually. I think I ordered that from Zavi, but I think shipping was like around $10. But I'd also ordered several other things, and they surprisingly shipped it all at one time.
I would say for like how you say you like those like foreign movies. Yeah. I have Battle Royale, but I haven't watched it yet, and it's the Arrow set that I have.
Yes.
So I do want to check that out soon, and maybe after Christmas, because like I've been wanting to watch it. But how is that? Is that?
Did you watch the Squid Game by chance on Netflix?
No, but I kind of figure it's kind of familiar. Like it's kind of similar, huh?
Right, yeah. So basically Battle Royale is kind of like the first really kind of iteration of survival of the fittest on an island. And it's Battle Royale is brutal because it's high school kids and it's unforgiving. Like, I mean, they go all out and kill each other. And it's a good time.
Good time.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on how you look at it, but yeah, it's a good time.
And I just picked up actually a recent pickup. It's a foreign film. It's Japanese. It's a live action from an anime, but it's actually a good like live action from it. It's called Dead Note, but it's not that Netflix one. It's actually like I think it was like 2006 it came out. It was kind of like a long time ago. But if you watch that Dead Note, it's actually pretty interesting because it's like a guy, like a smart kid from high school finds a notebook, and any name he puts in that notebook he can kill off. So
yeah, I haven't seen the original. I've been looking to because I watched the Netflix American version. And it was okay, but no, it's hard to transfer over Japanese manga stuff over to the American market as it is.
No, this one's actually like Japanese, so like it's really good.
Okay, I'll have to check that out.
All right, let's see. We'll probably do part 3, like our favorite top 3, in a little bit. We'll probably go through their chat. If you guys have any favorite movies, like I said, put them down in the chat below from this year, or any favorite physical releases that you guys liked from this year. Go ahead and put it in the comments down below, and we'll talk about them. Especially, I'm sure a lot of people are going to put Spider-Man. That's definitely going to be out there. So just don't put any spoilers, please, because I know people haven't watched it. So
yeah, I'm mad at my girlfriend and son. They went and watched it yesterday afternoon, and I wanted to go see it. And
make some time to go watch it, man, because like I'm sure you're gonna like it. I just don't want to hype it too much. Like, it's good. I liked it. I think it delivered what it was trying to do. I just don't think people should hype it too much. I figure a lot of people know what's gonna happen anyways. Like, you know what to expect.
That Thursday night it got released, I went on and I did look for spoilers because I just wanted one thing answered. Because spoilers really don't bother me for the most part because I'm still going to be like excited to see the movie.
Right.
But I went and found the spoiler I wanted to see. It answered what I wanted to know, and I'm perfectly happy with that. So
I think I know what it is, but yeah.
I think we may have talked about that.
Let's see. Pop Culture 33. Hey guys, just saying hi. Have to catch the replay. Going to have Christmas dinner with the in-laws. Yeah, definitely appreciate you watching the replay, and I hope you guys you have a good Christmas with your family and enjoy the time with them, especially the times we're in right now. So
yeah.
Tim Talkies, have a good dinner to Pop Culture. All right, Culture Train says the fight scene with Donnie Yen is part 2, and part 2 is great.
Yeah. With the Once Upon a Time in China, the first three are probably the best. Then after that, they kind of go downhill. But it's still, I mean, it's Jet Li at probably peak martial arts, like Jet Li. So it's
If
all
they
the fights.
have another cell, I'll probably pick that up though.
Yeah, it's worth it.
Yeah. I mean, I have like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Mexico. Might as well throw China in there.
Yes.
Yeah.
You got that out of print Once Upon a Time in America?
Oh, I think I do actually. No, I don't have that one. Once Upon a Time in America.
Yeah, with Robert De Niro, I think it is.
Yeah, I don't have that one. It's out of print.
Yes.
That sucks. Yeah. I know. It's like I hate when stuff is out of print. Like, it's a hassle to get something that you want, and you just hope that they're going to reprint it later on in the years or whatever.
Yeah.
Let's see. Jared says he still hasn't watched Quiet Place Part 2. I would definitely jump on that. If you've seen the first one, of course, you're going to enjoy the second one. All right. Tim says, you have to see Snowpiercer. It's amazing. It's so incredible bleak with amazing acting.
Yes.
You've seen that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, it was Bong Joon-ho's first venture into an American movie, and it was really, really good.
There you go. Speaking Bong Joon-ho, by the way, I really want Okja release. I know people went crazy on that, but I really enjoyed it.
That was
crazy on that.
Yeah, it was a Netflix release, and it probably will never see light of day on physical media, which is sad because, completionists would like to have all their movies.
I know. So that's like what I don't like about streaming, because I feel like, for instance, Knives Out 2 was going to just be on Netflix. Is that going to get a physical release, or is that just going to be on Netflix?
I think it depends on how much money they rake in from it. If they get new subscribers and all that, they may do it just to get more money. But Netflix is one of those things. They've released very little physical media.
Right.
So,
like, they didn't even release Stranger Things season 3, which I thought was weird because they released season 1 and 2. I believe once we get season 4 coming out on Netflix, we might get it. If we don't, I just don't expect it anymore.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking. Because, I mean, they had those special VHS box sets of 1 and 2 forever in the stores. I mean, Target was selling them for like $4 at one point just to get rid of.
Still weren't buying them. It was on Black Friday, and like I was like, that's a good price, $10 and less. Yeah.
Yeah.
Spider-Man for Culture Trini. Tim says, waiting for Disc and Spider-Man. I'm burnt out on those movies right now. Yeah, you do like a whole bench watching of all of them, and yeah, you're gonna get tired out because there's a lot of franchises. Like if you're gonna watch Matrix, then you're probably gonna have to watch the whole trilogy again. Yeah. And then when Scream comes out, you're gonna watch that again. It's like kind of gets in the way of watching the new releases.
Do you have high hopes for the Matrix?
No, not anymore, because I kind of heard about like people comparing it to The Last Jedi, and that kind of threw all my hope out the window for that. So
that's not good.
Yeah, like if your movie is getting compared to The Last Jedi, that's not good. I think that what it's going to do is going to divide the fan base, which Matrix, I mean, I don't think there's a huge fan base. The original Matrix for sure, but the trilogy itself, I don't think so. No,
and the first one was great. The second two were mediocre at best. So, and if they're going,
I'm hearing it's like a lot of people are giving it really bad reviews. So I'm not like, I don't really care about reviews, but when it's getting compared to Last Jedi, that kind of gives me kind of like, I don't know if I'm gonna like it.
Right.
So. But I am hyped for Scream 5. That's the one I'm waiting for. Scream 5, definitely. I don't want no spoilers on that. I already bought my tickets. I'm waiting for it. The only thing I have a question with that one is, what is the 4DX for that? Do you know?
I do not know.
So there's a 4DX version for Scream 5. If anybody knows in the comments, let me know.
I'm trying to think, because I don't think there's too many theaters that can even do the 4DX. So I don't know. I'm excited to see. The only one I haven't watched is 4, and I went and seen Scream 1 in the theaters, and that was great because that was, Drew Barrymore, she's going to be in this movie, and then she gets killed in the first 10 minutes. Spoilers if you haven't seen it.
Yeah.
And like I said, I don't really do horror movies, but that movie terrified me. Like, it was very scary, very on the seat or edge of the seat, thrilling, and I loved it.
Yeah. I was so disappointed. Like I said, I was supposed to meet Neve Campbell like before the pandemic, and it's kind of hard to meet her because she's really not at conventions or anything.
Yeah.
So I was kind of disappointed. I was gonna meet her and Matthew Lillard, but now that's gonna be very hard to find their autographs or get their autographs. So hopefully in the future, like I'm hoping they go back to a convention. But now that Scream 5 is out, I have doubts they're gonna go to any. So
yeah, and it just really depends on how places with this uptick in COVID, how things are going to change again, or it may be 2 or 3 years before people even get back to normal.
Yeah, hopefully. Jared Runner says Rurouni Kenshin, which I believe that's originally an anime. Live action is very good. There was about 5 movies of it. I recommend it to watch. Yeah, he's always recommending this to me. I think it's Samurais. I believe that's the
Yes.
they are.
I've actually got a German set downstairs that's got the first 3. The 4th movie just came out like a month or 2 ago that actually ends it, and then there's a offshoot movie that just came out recently as well. But yeah, they're super good. The Japanese really know how to turn their comics into live action, whereas we can't.
The westernized, like they destroy it all.
Yes.
Yeah, and that. Like I said, for an example, Cowboy Bebop, that thing flopped so bad, but that's because they didn't want to listen to the fan base. I guess they were complaining about the girl not even wearing the original what she wears in the anime.
Yeah,
and they were just bashing the fans, saying you guys don't know what you're talking about. Once it came out, it flops, and then they're like, oh, I think they were right about this. Maybe we should have listened to them. It always happens all the time with Hollywood.
They should have learned from Sonic. When the fan base speaks as big as they did about that, then they should listen.
So what do you think about like YouTube getting rid of the dislike button? Because I figured that is like some backfeed for some trailers, and once those trailers get very downvoted, like they know that it's gonna flop.
Yeah, and that's what was it? The Ghostbusters reboot, the Ocean's 8 reboot, and all that. Those were like some of the most downvoted, and then the Sonic one was so far downvoted.
Yeah.
For me, since I'm a new YouTuber, the dislikes really hasn't affected me either way. Really. But either way, I mean, if people are watching your video and disliking it, you're still getting traffic. People are still seeing it. It's still causing people to talk about it. So dislikes in a way are good, I think.
Yeah, the way I see it is because you always had the option to turn it off anyways if you didn't want it there. So why get rid of it? If you could still like videos, then what's the point of the dislike not being there? Because you could always just get rid of the likes and dislikes altogether.
Yeah.
So it doesn't make sense to me, but hopefully some people make a petition and bring it back or something.
Yeah, and I know there's some people talked about how they've just trolls and there's always disliking their stuff. It's like you're still getting traffic. You're still getting eyes on there. It's still counting towards your analytics and all that. So, look at it as a positive thing as long as you can keep it, knowing that they're trolls or whatever.
Right. Let's see. Culture Training says still need to see the last 2 Spider-Man movies. So I'm guessing the Tom Holland ones. Yeah. So which one was your favorite from those 2? Is it Far From Home and Homecoming? I would say for me, Homecoming.
That was the Mysterio one, right?
No, so that's Far From Home. That's
okay.
Yeah.
No, yeah, the first one. That was the one that I like. I always get them confused.
The first one's with Michael Keaton. So
yeah. Yeah, with the Vulture. I liked it. I liked his portrayal of the Vulture, but I like Michael Keaton too, so I'm kind of biased.
Yeah. So yeah, go and watch those Culture Training. Like I do enjoy the Tom Holland ones, but they're not my favorite. My favorite's still Tobey Maguire. And I think 1 and 2 hold up the best from those Tobey Maguire ones.
Yeah.
There's just so much in those movies. Like you get like the drama, you get the comedy, you get like everything in one. The romance, I guess, between him and Mary Jane.
Yeah.
So
and I think Toby was a better Spider-Man, and I think Tom's a better Peter Parker, is my thoughts on it. And then Andrew Garfield, I've never really cared for him. I mean, he hasn't really impressed me in anything. So
yeah. We'll see how you feel on the new Spider-Man, though.
I have heard it's redeemable.
Yeah. So we got Side Hustle Cinema in here. He says Cop Shop was so good, but no one talks about it. Was that in theater, Cop Shop?
I don't know if it was. I know it just came out on physical a couple of weeks ago, and that was the Frank Grillo and Gerard Butler thing.
Yeah, Gerard Butler's in it. I hear good things on it, actually. I think Cinema Master picked it up. So I probably will grab it if I see it. Yeah, those kind of go under the radar just because on those physical release days, there's probably like something big coming out. And
Yeah.
I think it was like when it came out, what came out? I think it was Venom 2, or I think Venom 2 and something else.
The Wolf of Wall Street
Wolf
4K.
on Wall Street.
Yeah, Venom.
But yeah, we'll probably have to check that one out. Tim says, Ryan, we can get Okja. Is that how you say it? Okja?
Okja, yeah.
Okay, Okja on DVD. Thought on, at least there are awards, season screeners out there to get it.
See, this is why I like Tim, because I wouldn't have known that. So now I know I need to look for a Okja DVD screener.
Yeah, I know. He's very knowledgeable on that stuff. So look at this. We got Mr. Nichols in here. What's up, man? How's it been?
Mr. Nichols!
I got to do a collab with Mr. Nichols. Like, he lives not too far. So I've been trying to, I'm going to have to try to hit him up and see what we can do. Maybe like a book off store or something, and just do like a collab video together.
Go hit that swap meet. I'm jealous of that because, like, I've got a lot of places to thrift around me, like a lot of vendor malls, indoor flea markets, and other stuff. But we don't have a swap meet like that, and I would love to go to one of those because it looks like a free for all.
Yeah. So that swap meet is probably going to be like competition, like you said, because what movie goes there and his goes there, and it's like I probably won't have a chance because they go super early. So. But hey, I might find Free Willy on Blu-ray. You never know.
I thought I found it the other day, and it was Free Willy Part 2. I was so mad. I just seen free on it, and it looked like the from the side, the cover. I was like, oh, God, I found it. And no, it wasn't.
Let's see. Foxtel says people forget that the last two Matrix movies sucked.
Well, when did they come out? They came out, what?
Early 2000.
Early 2000s? What, like 2001 and 2002, almost back to back? Actually, they came out the same year, didn't they?
Yeah, the Reloaded and not Resurrections, was the Revolution?
Revolutions, yeah.
Yeah, so those two came out, like you said, like I think 6 months apart.
Yeah.
When I was little, though, because like I think I was in middle school when those came out, and I still enjoyed them because you kind of, when you're young, you're not really thinking it too much. Yeah. It's just an action film, but I did enjoy Reloaded. The third one, though, is like too much of the robot stuff.
Yeah.
But I did like Agent Smith. I think that guy was cool, Agent Smith.
Yeah.
And he's not in the new one either, so.
And supposedly Morpheus isn't either, at least the Lawrence Fishburne version. So that'd be interesting to see what they do with that.
I have a feeling that girl in the trailer is going to be like the main character, and I think she's going to take over. That's just my theory on it, and that's why I'm not hyped about it. Because I feel like they're going to downgrade Neo just so that she can be like the chosen one, whatever.
Right.
I'm not about that. Let's see. Scott says, how's it going, guys? How's it going, man?
How's it going?
You changed your avatar too, I see. So, let's see. Foxtel, so hype. So the hype for Matrix was weird to me. The Matrix 4. Yeah. It's just because like all these older films that are getting their like new rebooted version or like the next film of the franchise, I guess it's just nostalgia. Like people want to feel nostalgia, and I think that's what Hollywood keeps doing. They know you want these films. That's why all these films are like Scream 5, the new Halloween, all these like older movies are coming back. So what's another one I was gonna say, because I know Predator, that's still going. Predator. Right. Even though the last one flopped, they keep trying to make a new Predator.
And then Alien, I guess what the last one was, Prometheus?
Yeah, Prometheus. No, it was Covenant.
Covenant, yeah.
Yeah. And that's another one I was kind of excited to see where that went. I know a lot of people don't like Covenant, but for me, I enjoyed it because I really like Alien. I wish we could see like an Alien versus Predator Part 3, like more structured, I guess, because I feel like they just make those for action films. But
yeah, and I know that the Predators movie had a whole bunch of bad editing issues, and the story was all over the place, and it didn't do good at all either.
All right, we got Molly in here. How's it going? She says she got her Scream tickets as well, and she can't wait, and she needs to avoid spoilers. Scream 4 got spoiled for me before I saw it in theaters. Yeah, I have a lot of pages that I follow on Instagram for Scream, and I just start skipping the stories. Like I don't even watch them because I feel like there's talking about who's the killer, who's this, and I don't want to know anything about it. So
Yeah. I was surprised with Spider-Man how easy it was to not get spoilers. People were actually civil about it and wasn't out there just screaming all over the place. So maybe Scream will get the same treatment.
did you see like that little page thing that was going around where it said no spoilers for Spider-Man? Like,
Yeah.
I think that kind of helped, but there's still going to be trolls out there. I think on a lot of people that got early access, they were kind of spoiling it. I mean, if you went on YouTube, you would see like early access, spoiler reviews. I would just skip all that. I think the thumbnails though, they kind of kept it professional because they could have like spoiled stuff with the thumbnails, and some people didn't, which thankfully they didn't.
Yeah.
But with these new releases, I try to watch them ASAP because I just know spoilers are going to come out. And as a person on YouTube that talks about movies, you know, it's going to happen. So,
yeah.
Let's see. Culture Trinity. The first Matrix is the only one I have and need. Yeah, that's a really good. When Blu-ray first came out, they were always demoing the Matrix, the first one, with the sound, the picture, and that was like the amazing Blu-ray to get, the Matrix, because it had everything. It had the best sound. I don't know about the 4Ks if they have like Dolby Atmos. I haven't seen my 4Ks yet, but I would believe those would have Dolby Atmos.
Yeah, I don't own any of them on 4K. I was thinking about picking up that 4K set, but I've got a steelbook of the first one and then a double pack of the second two. And I'm trying to avoid double dipping unless it's just something that blows me away.
I would probably wait on it just because I think they're going to probably do like a collection once the new one comes out. And that's how they do Fast and the Furious. Every time a new one comes out, here's a new Fast and the Furious collection. So
But they're going to finish at 10 or whatever, so we'll see.
Yeah, I'm not excited for that franchise anymore. It kind of like went downhill for me. But it still keeps making money, and they're going to keep making them. So Scott says, I'm popular, man. I really like the main three Matrix. I admit the first one is the best. The follow-ups had a lot of moments. Yeah, I would say like the second one for me is like the freeway scene and those twins that kept like attacking them.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you liked from the second or third one?
I kind of liked it when they got into the suits and they were fighting off the invasion coming in, but then it just kind of like kept going and kept going and kept going. I was like, okay. But yeah, the twins were awesome. Like, I just wish it could have been better. It could have been better because if they would make that movie now, like that whole scene would probably look 100 times better.
Right. It looks like we got like a bot in here, so I'm trying to block them real fast. If I have any like the people that can actually block them, can you block them for me, please, too? Let me see.
I just seen them pop up on those 4, and then I haven't seen them since. Of course, now we've said something, though.
Yeah. Let me see. For the Matrix 2, another like iconic moment for the second movie real fast, the when Neo fights all the Agent Smiths. He's like handling them all at one time. Let's see, Side Hustle Cinema. I love the whole Matrix trilogy. You definitely need to be familiar with the trilogy. Enjoy the new one. The casual fan will be lost. I might have to rewatch this. It's the first one I always remember. The second and third is like where I gotta refresh my mind on.
Yeah, I didn't watch the second 2 in theater. I watched them when they finally came out. So it's been 18 years for me, 19 years since I've watched the second 2. So
right. Culture Training says people get butthurt by thumbs down. I guess the crybabies won.
Yep.
Hopefully not for long. Hopefully we get that dislike button back. I would get dislike buttons disliked on my videos all the time. Like it didn't matter. Sometimes I upload it and like 2 seconds I already had a dislike. So it is what it is. Scott says, I saw No Way Home, and let me tell you, it's great time to be a Spider-Man fanatic. Stan Lee, if he was here still alive, he would be very proud. So many character moments. Definitely, yeah. The theater experience is where it's at, because like you just have so many people hyped up. If you don't like people clapping and all that stuff, you're not going to enjoy it. I know there's some people that don't like it, but there's like a lot of screaming moments in there for like the theater, like everybody clapping at every part you can guess. So
yeah, like I thought the last movie I'd seen was Rogue One, but I did see Infinity War and Endgame in theater. And of course, Endgame, when the big scene comes together and everybody fights, like the whole movie theater was going crazy, and it was great to be a part of that. I don't know how people would get mad at that. Oh, you're at a movie theater, but one of the most ultimate epic things is happening right in front of you.
As long as like people are not talking during the movie, I'm okay. Like the screaming parts, I'm fine with that. But there's some movies like A Quiet Place Part 2. I had a lot of people talking. And that's a quiet movie. I can't stand that because like I'm here to watch the movie. So, but the screaming, like a hype movie, like even when I watched John Wick 3 in theaters, you had a lot of people gasping because there were some scenes where like very graphic, the way he kills people. And I thought that was really cool for an action film for people to get excited on that level. So that was cool. Let's see. Tony says he got his Scream tickets as well. He just needs to avoid spoilers. Let me know what you got. IMAX, Dolby Cinema, or 4DX. Because like, I'm trying to figure out what the 4DX is for Scream 5. I believe it's just like 3D or it's like some other type of 3D. All right, Foxtel says Tom Holland is too hot to be a believable nerd outcast. Yeah, there's a lot of moments. I don't know. I think like for current Spider-Man,
I just Googled it. 40 Plex, which delivers an immersive, multi-sensory cinematic experience, incorporates on-screen visuals with synchronized motion seats and environmental effects such as water, wind, fog, scent, snow, and more to enhance the action. Damn. So it's smell-o-vision is what it is.
Yeah. That would be a cool experience with Scream 5 though. Like I can see some like night scenes with like some fog or something and something like that.
Something rubbing across the back of your neck.
Seat or something, I'm out. Like, yeah. That's too much right there. I do want to bring my Scream 5, or not my Scream 5, but my Ghostface mask to the theater, but I'm not sure how they're going to feel about it. I know people dress up as Spider-Man for the theater, so I don't see what's the difference. Like, I can bring my Scream 5 mask, or that'd be awesome. What do you think? Tom Holland is too hot to be a believable nerd outcast? You're like...
He's believable. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of hot guys that are awkward. So, I mean, awkward usually equated to nerdism and stuff like that and being an outcast. And even in the movies, I mean, he doesn't really hang around a lot of the popular people. So it's really how they portray him, I think.
Right. Let's see. Culture Training says, I can't get into the new one. Sorry, I pissed off a lot of people on Instagram with my fanboy pic. Let's see. Scott says, hey, Tony, see you on Susan's live stream. Yeah, I think Tony's like the one that kind of like looks for the bots and stuff on her channel, on her chat.
Yep.
So Tim Taki says, Scream will probably be my next theater movie. Yeah, that's what I'm going to go with for me. I do like the look of Ambulance, the trailer for that for Michael Bay.
Yes.
Jake Gyllenhaal looks pretty good in the role, so that looks interesting. And then there's that other movie that I saw a trailer for. I think it's called like Moon, something with the moon. And it's kind of like a disaster movie. Moonfall,
I think it is.
Yeah, that one looks interesting too. So those two would probably be my next two movies.
So I guess the director of that is the one that did The Day After Tomorrow and some other disaster movie, I think. So it'd be interesting.
Yeah, because The Day After Tomorrow, I remember watching that in theaters. I was scared because like I was like young and I thought that was really gonna happen. At the time, I was like, "Oh shoot!" Remember when I think it was 2012 came out and everybody thought that was gonna happen, and that was that came out I think like 2011 or 10. So everybody was freaking out.
Those dang Mayan calendars.
The calendar was supposed to run out or something. It was supposed to be the end of the Aztec calendar.
Yeah, then they found like the rest of them, like, oh, never mind, we just didn't have all the pieces together or whatever.
Yeah.
Man, we're a giant rock flying through space. We're going to end when we end.
Let's see. Tony Movie says, hey, Scott, see you there. Oh, yeah. It's, she has her live today. That's what it is, huh? I forgot. Yeah, usually I try to make Susan's lives, but like I do my live on Wednesdays. That's the problem. But sometimes I make it into her live, so. Let's see. Jared says Tom Holland even said his favorite Spider-Man movie is Spider-Man 2 with Tobey Maguire. which that's probably that's still my favorite Spider-Man. So I do
I'd
need
say
to do like a ranking video.
90-95% of people, if you polled them, would say probably Spider-Man 2.
Yeah. All right. Also says, will you get the Indiana Jones 4K? I never picked it up. What's the price on that right now? Is it cheap?
I've been seeing it like somewhere around maybe $59.99, $69.99. It just depends on where you look. Indiana Jones, like I grew up in that era and I've never cared for him. I'm not a big Harrison Ford fan. I mean, he's Solo and that's about it for me.
Yeah, like pretty much Han Solo and then maybe Blade Runner, but not even that to me. Maybe just Han Solo. And he doesn't like that role, but that's what he's mostly known for.
Yeah.
For me, I don't like the packaging for Indiana Jones. I think it's not the steelbook version, but the other one. So if I do grab it, I'm gonna have to go with the steelbook because I'm not a fan of the packaging.
Well, even the steelbook one's not that great. The packaging is still a little thin, so that it feels a little wobbly in the hand. But yeah.
Yeah, hopefully they re-release it soon with like That's why you can't go wrong with individual slipcovers sometimes, but they don't want to do it. Sometimes they want the whole franchise on a collection, and that's it. So that's another thing with the new Spider-Man. It's going to get another 4K release. Is that going to be like a digipack thing, or is that going to be individual?
I've already seen 2 different versions for steelbooks, and I haven't seen anything for the 4Ks yet. I'm sure they'll probably do a Target exclusive. We'll have a digital, whatever they're calling theirs nowadays. Then Best Buy will have theirs, and then you got all the UK stuff too. Like I said, I've already seen 2 out of the UK that are completely different.
What about the Tobey Maguire? Because that's supposed to get a re-release in January, 4K, the trilogy.
I'm just wondering if they're just going to re-release the one that just came back in stock not too long ago. I don't know if they would repackage that. I mean, they may.
I hope not, because I have the digibook already, so I kind of want something different.
Yeah.
Hopefully. All right, Tony says it's going to be hard to avoid Scream spoilers, but I managed to avoid Spider-Man spoilers, so we will see. Like at this point, if you haven't got any, there's some people that already, I guess, I don't know, they might have early access to watch Scream 5, so that's where I would stay off YouTube and Instagram. Maybe like when the time comes to get closer to the date release, but I don't know. Like I'll stay off the internet at that point because I just don't want to know who the killers are. Like I want to just guess myself.
Yeah.
All right. Tony says, I agree. If you don't like an interactive moment with the audience, Spider-Man is the one to avoid at the moment. Yeah, that's like the big one right now. You know what was hard too is like when you go to the movie theater and you're walking inside the lobby and everybody that's coming out is talking about the movie. So I'm like, I was like trying to avoid everybody. Like anybody talking about it, I just moved away.
Yeah, I know, buddy. When we went seeing Endgame, again, we went on like a Saturday, I think it was, and that happened to us. We walked in because I think our theater had 12 screens going. 6 of them were showing Endgame, and one was ending as we were going to the one next to it, and a kid came out just screaming all the spoilers. It's like, dude, don't do that.
Yeah. Tim says, just got Scream tickets for Thursday night to avoid the spoilers. I couldn't care less about No Way Home spoilers, but I'd be pissed finding out the Scream killer. Yeah, definitely. Like, I got Thursday night too, so I'm pretty excited for that. I like that poster that they released too with all the characters on it. I think that one's really good. I want to try to get that on my wall, hopefully. If that poster is going for like $90 on eBay right now.
Jeez. Is that the one that's got his face as like the robe coming out?
No, it's the one with the cast on it. So like everybody's the cast on it. That one's going for like 90 and up on eBay. I think you could go to your movie theater and ask for a poster. Hopefully they give you one. But that's what I'm going to try to do. I don't want to pay that money.
Yeah.
I remember I was trying to get the Scott Pilgrim one and that anniversary one, and I couldn't get it. I missed out on it.
There's a couple Scott Pilgrim things I missed out on, but
yeah, that's why I was excited with that 4K release. We finally got like new packaging. I thought they were going to use this poster art again that they used for the Blu-ray and just call it a day, but they actually did some care for it. So,
and people were still mad about it.
Yeah. Tim says, within the stream, we made the decision on the tickets within the stream. Yeah. All right, let's see. Tony says, went to a Regal for Halloween Kills and my friend was not allowed to bring his Michael Myers mask. So I'm not sure how Scream 5 will go. We're not going to the Regal, though. Going to Showcase Cinemas, so who knows? I think I'm going to Regals for Scream, so that's probably going to be a problem. Or I think I'm going to AMC. I forget which one it was, though. All right, Tony says, I think the Tobey Maguire re-release is just all of them in one case. Yeah, that's what it looks like from the packaging. Like, you can only see the front cover of it. But hopefully we get something else. I do like the No Way Home, the Steelbook. That one looks good. Like this, yeah. I'm probably gonna have to double dip on that one.
Where he's in the middle and you've got Doc Ock on one side and Green Goblin on the other.
Yeah. The colors look good. Like it's not too busy because I think the Far From Home with that one was really busy.
Yeah.
And then this one's kind of like it's not too much. So, like I said, there's gonna be awesome Steelbooks that come out. Lionsgate's gonna bring out La La Land, The Punisher. I think they announced the Green Mile, right?
Yes, seen that today.
That's a Zombie release, though, right? That's not like Best Buy exclusive.
I think it was because I got an email from Zombie first thing this morning about it, so it probably is. I haven't looked too much into it. I've got the Frank Darabont 3-movie collection. It's got it in there. I'm running out of steelbook room. I'm starting to become more selective about my steelbooks that I buy. And
what do you think, Lionsgate's, is that helping you out?
Yes, because they have been the price point, $19.99 on most of them has been great. The slip has been great, and the art has been great. You can't beat that.
Yeah, that's like when this year I started collecting more steelbooks, but I still kind of get the slipcover just because I feel like I want to have like my full Atlantic shelf with all the slipcovers, and then I'm gonna separate the steelbooks later. Right now, I think I have like 40 steelbooks still, so it's not too much. Because they're so expensive, and at the same time, it's like sometimes those steelbooks don't deliver.
Yeah.
And I feel like the slipcover looks better. So
yeah, steelbook is about the only thing I buy day one. Everything else, I just wait until it shows up in my Mega Replay, get it for $5.99, $7.99, whatever. Slips for the most part don't really mean a whole lot to me, but here lately, like I said earlier, they've been coming out some really nice ones, and been wanting to pick them up.
But for slipcovers that are rare, is like you got to jump on Screen Factory and Kino Lorber. Those are like the two top boutique labels that those slipcovers, when they run out, you can't really find them. So,
but we were talking earlier, steelbooks. I do have my number 3 purchase of the year. That is a 4K title, so you'll be happy about that. The 4K came out actually 2 years ago, but this was a European release steelbook, and this is probably one of my favorite Nick Cage movies, and the 4K looks great.
Lord of War. That's another one I missed out on 4K, so I need to pick that one up. Oh, that's a nice looking still.
Yeah, so his face and all that. You've seen the movie, haven't you?
I haven't watched the movie. I always see the cover, though. I've seen the cover a lot.
He's a gun runner, and on the back, his face and all that's made of the bullets, but the front is debossed. It's kind of hard to probably get on there, but this movie is great.
Put it full screen for you so like people can see it. There you go.
Yeah. But just the opening
I like the white on steelbooks. I don't know, for some reason white on steelbooks looks really clean.
Yeah. But no, if you haven't watched that, the 4K looks fantastic. Transfer was great, but the opening sequence alone, it starts out with a AK-47 round being made, goes through the whole process, shows it being shipped to these like African warlords, and it goes in the magazine, goes in the gun, gets shot, and it hits its target. It's probably one of the best openings of a movie ever.
And how is that 4K transfer on that?
It looks really good. The Blu-ray wasn't bad to begin with, but the 4K is really good because it's a lot of dark versus light colors and all that. So it's very, very good.
Is that Lionsgate?
MGM.
Oh, MGM. Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, maybe they're going to do a steelbook, but
yeah. No, but again, America didn't get, U.S. didn't get this. I imported it from Germany, and it's probably one of my favorite 4K steelbooks I've picked up this year.
Yeah, because I know they released the slipcover 4K out here, but I missed out on it. I'll probably have to eBay that or something.
Yeah.
Hopefully I can find it out in the wild. Let's see. Red 4K says, so you got to wear a regular mask in theaters, but can't wear a Michael Myers mask. What sense does that make? Yeah. You could wear Spider-Man. Like I said, people were wearing Spider-Man. So
maybe because Michael is ill intent
Yeah.
So what's your number 3 for the year?
Let's see. Number 3, we'll probably go with the Green Knight.
Yes. I missed out on the 4K because there was almost none in my town, so I need to pick up the 4K, but the Blu-ray looks good.
I was not expecting. I mean, I love medieval time movies. At the beginning of that movie, I was kind of like, I couldn't understand what was going on until he actually went on his journey. And I was kind of confused at the beginning, like what is going on. But once you get to the very end, you kind of recap everything, and it's like that's what was. He was kind of like being tested out the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's another one, A24. If you don't get those slips, at halftime, if you don't even pick up the movie the first couple of weeks, you can't even find the movies, shortly after.
Yeah, I think slipcovers are becoming more popular. Either scalpers are out to get them because they know they can sell them for more.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I gotta hate those scalpers, people.
Yeah, I mean, but like I hate them, but can you fault them? I mean, they're just trying to make a buck, unfortunately.
Yeah. Is this something that you love collecting, but then you're like, if I don't get this on time, then I'm going to miss out on it. So if they weren't there, then you could actually wait and be like, maybe I can wait on this. But sometimes you're like, well, this is going to run out, so I got to grab it.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Look at PlayStation 5, man. That's like the one that's been out for a year, and you still can't find that thing out there.
Yeah.
So, yeah. All right, Tim says he separated out the steelbooks in the new room setup, and we almost filled a spinner shelf, so somewhere in the 340 range, I think.
Those are rookie numbers, Tim. You got to pump them numbers up.
Let's see. Tim, do you double dip on your purchases, or do you just grab a slipcover or a steelbook? I never asked you that. So, does he double dip on everything like Tony, or how does he do his collecting?
Honestly, I don't know. I don't think he really does. But yeah, I think he's here in a second. Yeah, I've got I need to recount mine because I have purchased a lot of steelbooks since I've done my video, and I think I'm pushing 500 steelbooks right now. That's why I've got to kind of back off on what I'm buying.
I kind of want to count my slipcovers because I feel like that's where I have the most, but there's some rare slipcovers that I have. So like Hook is the one that I know is out of print. Hook with Robin Williams.
Yeah.
Like that's a really popular Robin Williams one. What do I have that's out of print? I know Alien, the first Alien. That's probably hard to grab now. Starship Troopers for sure. But yeah, I'm gonna do a collection video at the end of this year, so keep an eye out for that. You'll see my whole collection. I'll go through everything. The only thing I'm debating though is like, do I talk about some of these films while I pull them out? Because some people get mad if you don't talk about them. You just pull out the film and just say like A Bug's Life, and then the next movie and the next movie. Yeah.
I usually
take forever though.
Yeah, I usually it's a good movie. I liked it, or I haven't watched it yet. I mean, I try to keep it down to that because that's my problem. Starting off, getting that time down because I think my first couple of my videos were like 30 minutes long. It's like, man, that's way too long. I got to cut it down. Now, do you only collect 4K or do you do Blu-ray also?
So when I got back into collecting, because I used to collect DVD, VHS, DVD, then I got rid of those. And then Blu-ray came out, and then I started collecting Blu-ray. Once 4K came out, I started collecting 4K. And I felt like 4K was the last format. So like, this is going to be the last format. So I'm going to go all out with 4K because you always got the Blu-ray with the 4K anyway. So I was like, why as well like future-proof this collection because it's money. And so that's what I just started doing. And I was like, 4K is still new though. So I was like, I know a lot of titles. I don't know what's going to come out of 4K. So do I buy the Blu-ray? Do I buy the, like if I had a 4K, I would buy the 4K. But you just don't know what's going to have a 4K now. So it's like, like you said, like I just bought the Green Mile on Blu-ray. Now it's going to get a 4K. So it's like, that's what I don't like is double dipping again. So I try to just get 4Ks because I feel like later on these will get 4Ks.
And that's the predicament I'm in is like, so La La Land. I missed out on the more desirable steelbooks, but I'm going to buy this one because I don't have it.
Right.
Now, like Requiem for a Dream's getting a release. I've got the original steelbook and I really like it. Do I want to double dip and buy that, or do I just want to get the 4K and stick it in the steelbook? I've done that with a few things that I've gotten. It's just I buy really cheap steelbooks. I find out thrifting like $2 or $3 that have 2 trays in them, and I'll swap out the cases. That way, I'll make my single case into a double case, and I'll stick the 4Ks in there with them. So I turn my Blu-ray into a 4K, thing. So The Requiem for a Dream though does look nice because it's got a slipcover as well. So
yeah, that's the problem with that one. Like the slipcover for that one's kind of like the original poster art.
yeah,
But the steelbook actually has some new artwork, and that's why I like Lionsgate, because they're like bringing out these new artworks. The Punisher is another one. I have the slipcover, but do I really need the steelbook? I know I don't, but I love the artwork, and for $20, you can't really complain about it too.
No.
So,
I mean, a 4K movie for $20 with good art, good packaging, and usually a Blu-ray with it, that's unbeatable.
yeah. So that's why I'm gonna pick up La La Land. I never seen it, but a lot of people hype that movie up. So I don't really like musicals, but I feel like I might like it. I'm gonna give it a shot. So
I don't like musicals either. I watched it for the first time about 3 months ago, and I enjoyed it. Of course, I like Emma Stone and Ryan Gosling. I think they have good chemistry. It's singing, but it's not really singing. It's not like a full blown musical. So it's
every
good.
single thing they do, they have to start singing.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it's going to look beautiful in 4K because I mean it's a very colorful movie. So
yeah, I'll definitely check that out. That comes out February, so like Valentine's Day kind of.
That Punisher, I was hoping we would get like maybe like a 3-pack Punisher with like the Dolph Lundgren, James Thomas Jane, and then Warzone, which wasn't that good, but still a Punisher movie.
Like you want to complete the franchise, so
yeah.
Tim says Lord of War is damn good. Haven't seen it in years though.
Yes, highly recommend it.
All right, let's see. Jared Runner says haven't watched Far From Home yet. I do have the double feature of Homecoming and Far From Home with black and gold slipcover. Yeah. That's the one that just released at Walmart. I believe. And
those look really nice.
Actually, I'm surprised they actually did Blu-ray. They always do DVD with those things, so that's why I don't like Walmart with their exclusives sometimes, because they're all DVDs. I'm like, I would grab these if they're Blu-ray or 4K. Let's see, had over 1,000 steelbooks. I have about 500 now. So he's purging out his collection, man, and that's something that I feel like we all have to go through one time. Like we love having all the movies, but sometimes like there's some that just sit there and you're never gonna watch them. So it's like I'd rather have a lot that I will watch. So. See,
and that's when I first started collecting steelbooks. I bought everything. If I seen it, I bought it. If I liked the movie, I bought it. And now I could probably get rid of 60 titles in my steelbooks that I wouldn't care about. Yeah. But you know, it happens. It's part of collecting.
Red 4K says if Michael Myers is ill and tank, they shouldn't play his movie. But whatever, John Wick 4 got delayed, so I'm pissed. Yeah, we were just talking about that. It's kind of weird how they kind of announced that late too, because that was supposed to come out in May. So that was kind of like, it was kind of close. So for it to get delayed all the way to 2023, that's kind of sucks. So I believe it's delayed till March of 2023.
And didn't one of the movie companies just got purchased out? That's why the Heat 4K was getting moved back. I'm wondering if there's something going on behind the scenes with like maybe companies getting purchased or rights getting moved around, so they're delaying it so they can brand it properly or something.
Right.
Maybe Disney's buying everything and we're going to be stuck with that.
You know what's crazy? So like we just got the Halloween Kills, right? And then like this next year, 2022, we should be getting the last one, Halloween Ends. So like how close they just made that movie, but like John Wick gets pushed back. Like that sucks. John Wick was like probably the most anticipated movie I was waiting for, because I really want to see after part 3. Like you really want to know what's gonna happen with him. And hopefully they're almost done filming that film. Do you think that the John Wick 4 the kills are gonna get better, or is that gonna get like kind of stale after this point, or how do you think they're gonna keep it fresh?
I mean, I haven't been disappointed yet. The only thing that kind of disappointed me was the dog scenes. What was that in 2?
Halle Berry.
Yeah, like it was good. It was done well, but it's like they should have focused on one or the other. It was like shoot. I think we talked about shoot, dog, shoot, dog, shoot, dog. It's like, and every time it was just the dogs running, jumping, and then tackling somebody, running and jumping and tackling somebody. It's like that kind of got stale. But I'm hoping they bring more of the the underground people into it and maybe see more of their skills and see more kills like from them, and that kind of broaden it.
Right.
I was not mad when was it part 3 when him and the connoisseur went nuts with the shotguns.
Yeah.
That was great.
What would you say? William Dafoe, like he was in the first movie. I kind of hate that they killed him off too early because I want to see more of him. He would have been good for the franchise as well to keep going.
Yeah, because I really thought he was against John, and then he saved him, and I was like, okay, he's a good guy.
That was his friend, so like he at the end of the day he was gonna protect John. So
yeah.
Let's see. Another thing, John Wick loses a finger in the third movie, so I'm kind of like wondering what's that gonna affect him.
He'll just have to shoot with his other finger or something. Yeah.
Yeah, his trigger finger.
And that's another thing they can delve into. So, he paid his debt to the Russian mob. He's out of there. Are they going to come and help him now? There's so many different angles I think they can go with 4, and it'll keep it interesting. But, I mean, I'm kind of hoping they ended at 4. If they do shoot-offs from, like, the other stuff, that's okay. But hopefully 4 may be the last one.
Yeah, like Rev 4K was saying, I think they were supposed to make the show The Continental, but I think it got canceled. So I'm not sure. That would have been good to see, like, the world building on that.
Yeah.
But a lot of these shows are getting canceled, too. Like, I think Game of Thrones, the prequel got canceled, yeah. And then the House of Targaryen, that's supposed to be released still. But they spent so much money on that House of Targaryen. No, the prequel for Game of Thrones. They spent so much money and they canceled it. I think it was like $200 million they spent on, and they still canceled it. So I'm like, that's a waste of money right there.
Yeah. And I mean, those Games of Thrones there towards the end, I think we're upwards over $1 million a show already to produce, and they was making money. So why would they cancel something they've sunk $200 million into? That's
crazy, huh? Another thing, so the Lord of the Rings are saying that the Amazon show, that's supposed to be the most expensive. It broke the record for the most expensive first episode, or like even any episode. Like the budget for that episode is it's the world record right now for Lord of the Rings. So
I knew they were doing the show. I didn't even know they'd actually released an episode. So
no, it's not out yet, but like I'm not hyped for it. I'm a huge Lord of the Rings fan, but like you said, like with this whole new like agenda kind of filled Hollywood woke, I guess I'm not excited about this stuff because they want to change too much of like J.R. Tolkien's vision. I don't like that. I feel like they should just keep the original, how the books are, what they're gonna go with.
Yeah.
But nowadays it's like they got to throw in all this politics and agenda, stuff in there, and I'm like, why? It's Lord of the Rings. It's a fantasy world.
Yeah, and I'm all for people having opinions and all that, but like we talked about, just make us good movies. Just make a good movie.
So Spider-Man's an example of that. A lot of the box office or a lot of these like movies that came out, they're complaining that their movie flopped, like West Side Story, which I hear people say it's a good movie, but the marketing for it wasn't good. And now they're kind of salty because Spider-Man, beat a lot of these movies, which we already knew was going to happen, but Spider-Man kept it. No politics, none of that's in it. It's just a fun movie, and you get what you want. You get what you pay for. Like you said, it's a good story, then people are going to buy it.
Yeah. And I mean, also another thing I know we talked about before, superhero fatigue. Apparently it's people still want superhero movies. I mean, it grossed $600 million on the opening weekend. That's insane.
Yeah. Let's see how Doctor Strange does. I believe that one's going to do really good because of the hype for Spider-Man.
Well, the way the trailer looks, I hope to God we get to see the full power of Scarlet Witch. Like, I want to see her just lose it.
I was watching WandaVision. I'm like on the last episode. I just need to watch one more and I finished WandaVision. I started those Marvel shows late, so I do need to finish Hawkeye too. And then after that, I need to jump on Loki and the other one.
I just finished Hawkeye up today. I had watched up to 5 the other day, and I finished watching the last one today that came out. I think it came out. Or maybe I just watched 5. I watched whatever the last episode came out was.
I think it's episode 6 because episode 5 was last week. So let's see. Tim says that's still damn impressive, around 500. If I started with Steelbooks earlier, I could have had some great ones I missed out on.
You want to know what's not fun? Moving your collection from one house to another with 500 Steelbooks. It's not fun.
That's the problem with the huge collection too, is moving. Like I hate moving because you have to put them in like those big Home Depot boxes, and it's heavy. And and now I have more movies than when I last moved, so it's gonna be worse.
Yeah.
All right. Tim says most of the time I get the steelbook version and I don't double dip, but if a movie I love, I do double dip. The new Scream release, yeah, that had a nice slipcover. It's not what I was expecting, but I'll take it. It's just the poster art with Drew Barrymore. I was expecting more of something new. Paramount is kind of like, I kind of if it was released by somebody else, I feel like they would do something new. But with Paramount, I kind of like think they just throw it on 4K and call it a day. So
yeah, like I said, I normally don't double dip. I know my number one for my purchase this year, I double dipped on, and there's still 2 more versions I want to pick up. So of course it's one of my favorite movies, but
right. Alrighty, let's see. Culture Trini started collecting steelbooks in 2014.
So he was right at kind of the beginning of really steelbooks.
I think that's when did steelbooks first come out? I think that was like early, I want to say 2010 or something, because I remember when they weren't.
Gen 1s had them, the DVDs had them. So yeah, probably somewhere around 2009, 2010.
Yeah. A lot of people said they didn't like collecting steelbooks back then because like it had like they would rot if you had like not keep your room in room temperature and all that stuff. Yeah. So it's kind of like a waste of money. I haven't had that problem yet, but hopefully it doesn't happen. A lot of people put them in protective sleeves or those right there. Yeah.
I got my whole collection is sleeved in retro protection, which is on eBay, and they also have a storefront.
I need to start doing that with my steelbooks because like I don't want them rubbing, like scratching like that.
Yeah.
All right.
They do help.
Tim says, wow, long time. I started like in 2017. I think I avoided them for a while for some reason.
A lot of people do because it was more expensive at the time. I mean, the first 2 I ever bought was Kill Bill 1 and 2, the Best Buy versions. And I think the only reason I bought them was because they were not on sale at $9.99. But I mean, usually Steelbook was about $20, $25, and you could buy the Blu-ray still at the time for $14. So why would you want to spend double for something that's just an aesthetic?
Right.
And nowadays, I mean, like Who Framed Roger Rabbit, I've got to buy that second market. I missed the pre-order. I went to go buy it on Zavi, missed it. Now I got to buy it secondhand because there was almost none.
I would say the slipcover you could probably find still.
Yeah.
So at least grab the slipcover. It's still a nice slipcover on that one.
Yeah. Actually, I like the slipcover more than I like the steelbook, but
okay.
I like steelbooks.
Let's see. We're almost at the end of the chat, guys. If you guys haven't already, please drop a like on the video. It helps out the channel. And we're going to announce our second favorite movie now.
Yeah.
Let's see. I got to think still a bit. Probably for me, I know a lot it's going to be controversial, but Halloween Kills for me. Because I was just excited to see more Michael Myers. And for me, I think it kind of reminded me of like Rob Zombie, and I know that's not good, but like his aggressiveness in the Halloween Kills, I feel like he was more aggressive than the 2018 one. I love it because like he was going after like everybody in that whole town, and he delivered. So
yeah, and I always thought Halloween was just kind of funny. I think Plat X2 said it was an adult Where's Waldo. But when Rob Zombie came out with his, I really enjoyed him. I enjoy them both because I like how he kind of did how the kid became Michael and all that, and it was brutal.
Right.
Of course, I like Rob Zombie too, so again, a little biased.
So for Rob Zombie, are you excited for like the Monster movie?
He is a huge Monster fan, and a lot of people are like, "Oh, he's going to screw it up. He's going to put his wife in it," which he did.
He did,
but he is very dedicated to that because he loves it so much. I mean, he's got a song named after, the Dragula and all that stuff. And I think he'll do good with it as long as the studio supports his ideas and don't mess with it after the fact.
Now, I was hearing rumor for that movie. It's supposed to stay rated PG. Is that correct?
I've heard that. I mean, I think if they did a rated R Monsters, that would turn off a lot of people.
Yeah.
So PG, I think, even PG-13. So hopefully it doesn't go too bad. But
so like for Rob Zombie's dialogue, though, do you think that's going to affect his writing? Or
The hillbilly trash.
Yeah. Like,
I hope not. I really hope he does it good since he's such a big fan of it, and I hope he sticks to the original material. I really hope he does. I just hope he makes it kind of his artsy style that he does.
right.
But I got a 4K that was released this year. Surprisingly, this is a childhood favorite. I don't know if you've seen this transfer yet. Whoa, that was good.
This down.
Steelbook down. So the U.S. did not get a steelbook for this either. This is from the U.K.
Here, let me put this. Oh, Willy Wonka.
Yes. So did you pick up this in the slip form?
Yeah, I grabbed the slipcover for this, and I did watch the transfer, and I did like it. So
Yeah, and this steelbook is just as colorful as the slipcover. I mean, it's the purples and the golds and all that.
yeah,
Of course, you got the Wonka
it would
bar.
have been good if they gave you a Wonka bar with that movie.
There was a collector's edition Zavi had, and it did come with a whole bunch more stuff. There was a golden ticket and some other stuff that came with it. I missed out on it. But for 4K transfers, this was really, really good.
Yeah, definitely one of the Warner Brothers that I enjoyed that they released this year. I was going to say, I believe E.T. was one of those ones like I remember 4K was still early, but E.T. got a 4K. And I think if you bought it at Best Buy, you get like the free Reese's Pieces with it.
Yeah.
I thought that was a cool addition to that. So,
wait, I was surprised we didn't get a steelbook in the U.S. for, I mean, the movie.
It was announced for United States, but then out of nowhere, I guess they canceled it, which was weird.
Figures.
And I think it was hard to find Willy Wonka at first when it first came out.
Yeah. My Best Buy's been hit or miss. Like every once in a while, they'll have everything out where it's supposed to be, and then other times it takes a week or two to get it in. So,
like the last duel for 4K, a lot of people were hitting me up for that. Like, hey, can you give me a copy? Because I guess on my Blu-ray hunt video, like I had it with it wasn't hard to find it. I thought I was gonna have a hard time, but luckily they had a lot of copies. Have you seen that movie, by the way?
No, I haven't. I'm looking for the 4K copy. I've been to both my Walmarts, both my Targets, been to my Best Buy. I'm probably just going to have to order it online. I think Best Buy was showing like January 2nd or 3rd for delivery date. If I order it,
I just pre-ordered the Pirates of the Caribbean for 4K. That's supposed to come out. That's the first release for January that I'm excited for. So Pirates of the Caribbean, the first one. That's my favorite Pirates movie.
Yeah. That's gonna look really good.
Yeah. I just wish like if it was a different company like Sony, like with Sony's the best like company to transfer 4Ks. I wish they would, because I know Disney holds back too much. Like Disney on their 4K transfers, they hold back on the picture and sound.
Yeah,
they could do much more, but they just get lazy. So
yeah, they upscale a lot of 2K stuff and all that, and they don't scan the negatives and all that.
Yeah, I think there was rumor too. Like I think it's Bob Iger supposed to return back to Disney. I'm not sure. We'll see about that. Let's see. Tim says La La Land does look great in 4K. There's already a standard release of it. Yeah, that came out, I believe. I missed out on La La Land because I didn't know what it was at the time. I was still collecting 4Ks, but I think something else came out that day that I was just more interested in at the time that came out. So I didn't really. I saw people like Blu-ray hunting for La La Land. They were going crazy for it at the time. There was a lot of new, older Blu-ray hunters out there that they don't do YouTube no more, but it sucks because I miss watching their videos. But now we have a lot of new people too, so it's cool to see it growing. Jared Runner says no one was asking for a remake of West Side Story. Yeah, that's the problem with that film. And then also Steven Spielberg was advertising it as it's going to be Spanish and you're not going to have English subtitles. So how is that going to help your movie?
Yeah, and West Side Story is 60 years old at this point, something like that.
Yeah.
Like it's very dated, and if you try to update it, you're changing the story, so it's not good.
I did hear people say it was good, but I'm like, it's just not my thing. And at the same time, it did really horrible. If you really want to watch it, I just wait for a physical release. But
it's not one I'm picking up anytime soon.
I do know that they're coming out with the 4K though, the original. I'll probably skip out on it though. It's not my type of movie. All right, Tim says I think my favorite release of 21 is The Tremors 4K from Arrow, that set is astonishingly good, and the transfer is top notch, and it's loaded with special features. Yeah, I skipped out on that, which I need to grab because that's probably like the only Tremors I do like out of the franchise. So I know Arrow has like the re-release of it. I'll probably just grab that copy. The other one's pretty like thick.
Yeah, Arrow did really good with that, and Django was really good. I didn't pick any up. I did watch them though, and the transfers were good. And then Misery with Kino Lorber, I picked that up, and it looks fantastic.
Yeah, but what's the difference like with Misery for the Scream Factory versus the Kino Lorber? I know that's 4K versus Blu-ray, but did the transfer do that much of a big jump from the Scream Factory, or?
Misery was inherently dark. I felt on the Blu-ray version, and this really lightens up, makes stuff more crisper, and the sound is a lot better. Especially the hobbling scene is a lot more brutal.
What about Donnie Darko from Arrow? Was that good for you?
I haven't watched it. I like Donnie Darko, but I haven't watched it in who knows how long. Now I've got a special edition steelbook, and I wasn't going to double dip on that, especially when it first came out. I was hearing people were having to do disc replacement programs and all that.
Yeah, I already got I barely got my replacement like a month ago, and that thing came out a while back.
Yeah, it was like what, April or May or something when that came out.
Yeah, what do you think about like companies that keep messing up like on their releases like that, and you have to send in the old disc?
So what? There's been 5 or 6 I can think of off the top of my head, and I really think what it is, it's supply chain issues right now. And them rushing to get product out, like they're hoarding as much as they can to get the product out, and in pushing that, it's causing screw ups. Because what we had, Friday the 13th had a bunch of issues. Donnie Darko had a bunch. There was a Criterion that had some issues.
Citizen Kane.
Yeah, Citizen Kane. And I think it's just it'll get better as supply chain gets better, I think.
Right. All right. And did you pick up the like on the Blu-ray Tuesday? Did you get the new James Bond movie?
I've never been interested in James Bond.
Okay.
I like Mission Impossible more than James Bond.
There you go. All right. If you guys have any questions for us, don't feel free to ask them down below too. We're going at 1 hour and 22 minutes. So how much time do you have, right?
I've got as much as you want.
Yeah. All right. So we should be on here for another 30 minutes or so. So if you guys want to keep asking some questions, go ahead. Also, I didn't do a Blu-ray hunt this week just because I got busy, and it was only James Bond coming out. I know that's a big movie, but like I haven't watched my Daniel Craig collection yet, which I'm gonna get to it. It's just right now I'm watching other franchise. Like I was watching Harry Potter. I still need to watch the 2 last movies on that, and what I was watching the Spider-Man, which that was a lot of movies. It's just with franchise, like I said, you got to watch The Matrix. I'm gonna have to watch Scream again. So
yeah, since I haven't watched 4, I'm probably gonna go back and watch. I've got the 3-pack. It's got 1, 2, 3, and then 4 separate. I'll probably go back and watch all of them again and start over.
That's what I'm worried about for Scream. I feel like if we get the 4Ks, I feel like 4 is gonna be the problem because that's like the different studio.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping. I don't think we're going to get like a whole collection for that. It's going to just be individual. And I don't know if Scream 4 will get it unless they talk to them about it, maybe.
There was a movie that was supposed to come out this week. And I guess it got pulled, but it was the Val Kilmer documentary. I could have swore it was supposed to have came out this week, and I haven't seen it anywhere, and I don't find it on Blu-ray.com anymore. So I don't know
if they probably got delayed or... That happens a lot too.
Well, it's supposed to be an A24 movie too, so it's under their production company. So, because we don't have, I think it was on Amazon, and we don't do Amazon, and I really wanted to watch it because Val Kilmer was a guy I watched growing up. Top Gun, Real Genius, Heat, everything. So, and that documentary is supposed to be fantastic.
Let's see. Jared says new releases of 2021. He's only seen 19 movies. That's a good chunk of movies right there, though.
I'm not sure
how many I watched, but
I know he hasn't seen a lot of movies. But he surprised me the other day during the battle. He said Takashi Miike. You watched 13 Assassins, and do you know who Takashi Miike is?
I have no idea.
So he's a Japanese director / producer, and he's done like 115 movies. He's done Audition, which is a body horror movie. I don't know if you've heard of that. 13 Assassins, Blade of the Immortal, Ichi the Killer, and then a whole slew of just other stuff. He does a lot of gritty Yakuza stuff, and his stuff's bloody. Like, he loves to cut limbs off and all that. And I was surprised when Jared actually said he watched that. I was like, man, he's got... For not watching mainstream stuff, he's watching something that I did not expect.
Yeah, that was surprising from Jared, because I know he watches a lot of like international movies. So
yeah, which is great.
Like you said, like I think the Korean movies are starting to jump up there now. Like,
yeah,
you saw Parasite win some awards, so
yeah, Parasite, and then I Saw the Devil. I know that's been out for a little bit, and that's been getting a lot of uptick in the Blu-ray community. People's been talking about that, and that movie,
right,
is brutal. I don't know if you've ever seen that.
I've not seen it, man. I gotta jump into those movies.
Dude, I think we talked about the other day. That's the one thing I like about Asian cinema, because in the American, it's like, oh, everything's all happy, puppies and kisses, and everybody's good in the end. But they're bleak. I mean, people die. The guys are out for revenge, get their revenge. There's no happy endings in most of their stuff. That's why when you watch that Battle Royale, you'll understand.
Yeah, I can't wait to watch that. And how's the transfer on that? Is that good?
I've heard it's really good. I don't have the Arrow version. I've got.
It was pretty pricey, man. That 4K set was like 100. I'd say like 100 something for that.
Yeah, I think 119 maybe or something like that. I've got a limited edition, just straight Battle Royale steelbook I got from Zavi, and then I bought I think it's all four. There's 4 movies, I think. I bought a 4-pack also from Best Buy that has 1 through 4, which I've only seen 1. I've heard the other 3 are bad, but
that's how it always goes most of the time. Let's see. Tim says right here, he met Val Kilmer at Monster Mania years ago and had him sign a 1/18 scale diecast of the Batman Forever Batmobile, and he was a really nice guy.
That's
really
all
awesome.
I've heard, is that he's a super nice guy.
I wish I could meet like somebody like that, Val Kilmer or Michael Keaton or somebody like that.
Yes.
And I live in by LA right here, so it's like you could run into these people, like you just never know. But I hear other people run into like celebrities here all the time, but it's like, for me, I haven't ran into anybody.
Now, so of course, I told you the other day I'm kind of unfamiliar with California as a whole. So LA, how is Hollywood basically like a suburb of LA, or is that a completely different place, or is that?
It's like the center of LA, if you want to say.
Okay.
Like, LA is a huge county. It's it's LA County, so it's huge. So it's like you have a lot of cities within LA. I would say it's probably like New York, where like New York is like it's New York, but you got all these like different parts, Manhattan, all that stuff. So it's Hollywood, and then it's Burbank, and that's like kind of the area where they'll film movies. You got Universal Studios out there, all the theme parks, the Star Walk, the Hollywood Star Walk, all that kind of stuff. So Chinese theater, and then you go to the West Coast, of course, and that's where your beaches are at and all that stuff. So
okay. There's corn and cows where I'm at.
But you said you're from Florida, right?
Southern Indiana.
Oh, why did I think Florida? It's like somebody recently from Florida, I guess.
Yeah, no, I'm right. I could go spit on Kentucky if I wanted to.
You could probably collab with Mid-Level if you really wanted to, huh?
Yeah, about 2 months ago, I was actually over where he's at for work, because my work has 2 different locations, and one was in his town. I went over there and did a bunch of thrifting over. He's got a lot of good areas over there to go thrifting too.
Right. That's like the new thing. How it's like people are starting to get bored of the Best Buy and stuff, because like it's the same stuff all the time. You got to go to like thrift stores and all that kind of stuff. You never know what you'll find in those stores. So
yeah, and that's what since I've only been doing this about 4 months, I've met a lot of great people, and I've been surprised how many people just have nothing. They've got like maybe a Goodwill that's got nothing, and then they've got like the big box stores, and that's it. I've got 7 vendor malls within 45 minutes of me. I've got 2 Mega Replays, a Second and Charles, and an FYE, just within like a 45-minute radius of me that I can hit at any time.
That's nice. They're called book offs. That's what we have over here in California, and they're pretty far from each other. So like one's all the way in San Diego, and then there's one there's a couple in LA, like 2 or 3, but they're like 30 minutes from each other. So it kind of sucks out here.
So book offs very similar, would be more like my Second and Charles, which Second Charles is also like a Half Price Books, I guess is the other one. They're all this. They may be under the same umbrella. I don't know.
The only problem with book off, like I said, is they know what's out of print. So they'll have like a Blu-ray for like $80, like Dogma or whatever. They'll have that like at $80.
Yeah, every once in a while you'll get them. But yeah, the Second Charles, like it's about 45 minutes away. I only get there probably about once a month for work. When I go over there, I'll swing by, but I do go to my
I went to Dollar Tree yesterday. I haven't been there in a while. I picked up like 3 movies, and surprisingly, I picked up a DVD because like I'd never pick up DVD. I think I have 2 now in my collection. So
I think
it's getting to the point where there's some of these movies I feel like we'll never get a Blu-ray. So I'm like, I'm gonna have to get the DVD or it's nothing.
Yeah, I've got on regular movies. I probably got about 25, and most of them are either don't have Blu-ray releases or they're out of print and sky high. So I just got them as a placeholder, and then I've got a bunch of martial arts DVDs. But I've been looking for like Vampire's Kiss is on DVD. I've been looking for that. Mine's never got any, and then there was the Joaquin Phoenix, I'm Still Here, when he decided to be a rapper.
Yeah.
I wanted to get that little documentary movie thing, but I can't find it anywhere on the Dollar Trees. And that was on this last wave.
I heard there's rumors for Panic Room to get a Blu-ray. Like that's in the works right now.
That needs it.
Yeah,
that was a good movie.
I know that was that was a really good thriller movie back in the early 2000s, and it's finally getting some recognition. So like I said, there's a lot of those 2000 movies that need to get Blu-ray still. So, I mean,
Idiocracy, The Abyss, True Lies.
What's another one? The Baby Boy with Tyrese Gibson.
Yeah.
Yeah, like maybe a lot of hood movies need to get not 4K but Blu-ray.
Well, that's what Juice is getting a 4K. Menace to Society just got a 4K. I think they're starting to move that direction. They realize that these things need releases.
The Friday trilogy needs to happen like on Blu-ray, but the problem is I'm not sure if they're Ice Cube's like trying to get the rights back to it or what is going on with that thing. Because I know there's like some stuff going back in the background with like he says they're not letting him get them or what's going on.
Yeah, Dead Presidents. That's another one that definitely needs a Blu-ray.
Dead Presidents. There you go. What was that one we were supposed to grab, but it got delayed again? Drop Dead Fred. That was supposed to come out.
I've got an import of that. I liked that movie when I was little, and I rewatched it recently, and
you didn't like it?
It was kind of annoying. But yeah, I imported it. I got a region-free version from the UK or something like that because it had gotten delayed. So I said, screw it. I just ordered it from over there. But
let's see. Takashi, I think it's Miike. Miike is an underrated director, in my opinion.
He is. He's got some strange stuff. He does one series that's called Zebra Man, and it's literally a dude dressed up as a zebra and he fights crime.
What the heck?
And it's crazy.
Let's see. Jared says, I do have First Love on Blu-ray.
Yeah, it was one that just recently came out. You can find, I think, at like Dollar Tree and Big Lots and all that. Do you have you probably don't have Big Lots out there, do you?
Yeah, we do have Big Lots, actually. They have a Blu-ray section, but like it's always like the same stuff. It takes months for them to replace them with new ones. So
yeah.
The culture says, how do you say this?
Bedeviled
and Chaser are another 2 great movies. Have you seen those?
No, I haven't. I've heard of Bedeviled. I've not heard of Chaser though.
All right, Tim says, I don't have much in my direct area, but within a 2-hour radius, I have tons of choices with Philly, New York City, Allentown, etc. Just my actual home area sucks, unfortunately. It's like a dead zone.
Yeah, and that's the thing, too. If you don't live close, so by the time you drive the 2 hours and you get to one place, and then if they have any sort of selection, you spend 2 hours browsing through everything.
Yeah.
So you can't even you got to make a whole day of it, and that's exhausting.
You're right. especially like 2 hours away. That's a long time. Like that's
Yeah.
pretty far. You know, like mine's an hour, so it's not too bad. But yeah, 2 hours. I don't know if I'd do that. Culture Trini says another recommendation: Memories of a Murderer. I do have that Criterion, so I just haven't checked it out. I just know it's the same director from Parasite.
Yes, very good.
Yeah. Mr. Nichols says, "Damn, you still on?" Yeah, man. Usually these last for like about 2 hours. Sometimes they go for 2.5, but I try to go like 2 hours at least. Make sure we get through everybody's questions. So
yeah, we were talking earlier about how I'm jealous of your swap meet. I don't have any of that here in the Midwest. I'd love to go to one of those.
yeah, would you get up early for one of those?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
oh yeah.
The thing with like the swap meet things, I seen in Mr. Nichols, like sometimes they'll be like looking at stuff and somebody just comes in and wants to buy everything. That sucks. So
Yeah, actually, I seen that video and I asked him. I messaged her. I said, "Have you ever had an issue? Like, have you ever had to use your footage to like prove that no, I was already here first or anything like that?" He's like, "Not yet." So, I like how he does his with that chest mount. Like, that's a really good idea to go out and do hunt videos versus
trying to.
Oh, yeah.
The problem is like some stores get all crazy if you're recording in store.
Yeah.
When you go to book off, sometimes like I don't know, it kind of gets weird because there's too many people in the aisle, and you just have to like not be embarrassed and not be nervous to do it. So
well, that's the other kind of. Well, I kind of got into YouTube as a selfish reason because I started watching the battles and I really liked it and I wanted to do it. And my thought was, well, maybe I should start a YouTube channel, kind of show off what I got, to kind of give myself a backing. So when I go into the battle, at least I'll, somebody might know who I am. And then kind of get over my fear about talking. Like with my jobs, yeah, I can talk to people all day because it pertains to my job. But to actually like do this and have a conversation, all that, like it's still a little terrifying for me. And definitely filming inside a store, it's I'm getting over it a little bit, but yeah.
You get used to it. It's just like sometimes it just depends what store you're in. If you're used to going to the same Best Buy, it's pretty easy.
Yeah.
People are still gonna look at you, so you just gotta get used to that part. But other than that, if it's like a unique like movie store, you're gonna have to probably ask them if you can record, or they probably get crazy with that. Just depends where you're recording. All right, let's see. Jared Runner says that he does have the slipcover for First Love. So, is that a rare one or something?
I don't know if it is or not. I know it came out, it sat on shelves forever because nobody knew what it was, and then immediately went to like secondary market, your big lots, and then I think you can pick it up at, like I said, Dollar Tree now. But I've still seen them at Dollar Tree with the slips on there. So yeah, culture. Yeah, there's a Memories of a Murder and Memoirs of a Murder, I believe. There's two different actual movies that have similar titles, but they're different, but they're both good.
Oh, okay.
So the one you have is actually whichever one you have. There's two different ones. Yeah. Which one is the Bong Joon-ho one? That is Memories of a Murderer, and there's Memoirs of a Murder. There we go.
Memoirs.
But both are Asian, and they're both good.
Not the same director?
No.
Okay.
I don't believe so.
All right.
That's the thing, too.
Flea markets in his area suck. He never sees the type of stuff Mr. Nichols sees. He'll see seeing Blu-ray feels like a surprise outcome. Yeah. Especially like those out of print titles he finds, or like he finds some good stuff, I think he found a couple out of print titles a couple times. So
Dogma, I think I found, and then there's been a couple of just small things, nothing really big, but Dogma's been my biggest thing. But a lot of my, like the indoor flea markets, most of them are DVDs. It's hard to find Blu-rays at them. So
I'm debating on picking up Dogma only because I feel like it's not going to get a 4K. Like it's not going to get a re-release, and it's not going to get a 4K. So at this point, you're going to have to like suck it up and just buy it, I guess.
So the whole story about that. So Harvey Weinstein and his brother have the Weinstein Company. He backs some of Kevin Smith's movies, but nobody would touch Dogma because of the content, is the story I heard. So Harvey, out of his own pocket, actually wrote Kevin a check and said, "Here, I'll finance the movie personally. Give me the rights. You can have the profits or whatever." So a company doesn't own the rights to it. Harvey himself does, and Kevin will not pay that man to have his rights back just because of who he is the story I've heard. So until Harvey dies and the estate gets settled, that'll probably be the chance that Kevin Smith gets to get his movie back.
That sucks.
So, yeah.
So you recommend buying the Blu-ray if I find it?
If you find it out in the wild, I would. I wouldn't pay $80 for it. I didn't see it for a while, and I've came across 2 copies in the last probably about 3 months. They random, like they'll go forever, and then you won't see one, and then you'll find one, and then like 2 more will pop up out of nowhere. But I got mine at Second and Charles for $7.95, and I went up there and I goes, "Oh, this is a good movie." I said, "Yeah, you don't know how much it costs, do you?"
You should check if you do get a copy, find it out in the wild. Let me know, DM me, and then I'll probably buy it off of you.
Yeah, my Mega Replay had a copy, and it was on their outgoing cart to go put it on the shelves. I said, "Hey man, I want that Dogma." Because that was what I was going to do. I was going to flip it. And the guy was like, "Oh, I can't find the disc for it." I was like, "Oh, you know what it is. You're going to take it and get it yourself."
Yeah. And a lot of people do actually know sometimes when they're out of print. That was actually a problem. I found an out of print title. I opened the case. It was not in. The disc was gone. So,
yeah.
That sucked.
And nowadays, with the way printers are, that people can print up a new slip, an insert for that and throw it in a different Blu-ray case, and you almost never know the difference.
Right. So I guess we could get into like our top favorite movie of the year, since we already did the second one.
Okay.
So, of course, mine for this year is going to go with Spider-Man, No Way Home. And yeah, that's what my final. I can't really talk about it. I don't want to spoil it too much, but.
So when I say that, it'll probably be my favorite thing. But my favorite release of this year, which you should be probably excited about this, because I did double dip on this. Like I said, there's 2 other versions I want too.
All right, let me. Oh yeah, definitely. So is that a zombie release? The left one?
It's Titans of Cult. It's a company out of the UK somewhere. But
yeah, can you show it off a bit?
Looks fantastic. Yeah. So it looks like I forget what's it, like a full slip special release. It's got the Sex Bomb pin.
Yeah.
Now the steelbook I was kind of disappointed in. I pre-ordered the regular 4K steelbook from Zabi. I canceled it and I went to go pre-order on Best Buy and I missed it. But the steelbook, here's the front of it. So it's the refrigerator, of course, with Ramona's number and the sucks. And here's the back of it. So my only biggest issue with this should have been the front, and that should have been the back. And then the inside artwork is just more the gaming font they use.
Right.
And then they had
exclusive for that.
Yeah, they had 4 different posters for the Lucas Lee movies, which just lost me in my battle. But the Lucas Lee poster, I got the one that I wanted, which is the Thrilled to Be Here with him and his 3 stunt doubles.
That's funny.
But they had a poster for each one of the 4 movies that he had that were in the movie. But I want to get a copy of the standard 4K, and then Sign Museum out of Hong Kong, I think it is, has a really nice box set with that same art that I want to pick up. But I've got a lot of copies of Scott Pilgrim. Well, not a lot.
Yeah, I got for Scott Pilgrim. Of course, I got the comic book steelbook, which is this one.
I've got that one. Yeah.
So this one, like you said, like that's the same artwork you have in that one.
Yeah.
And this is perfect for this kind of movie. The only problem is no artwork inside.
Yeah.
And then I imported this one because I just love the packaging, which was the.
Yeah.
And you got the steelbook.
Yeah,
right
that's the Sign Museum one, isn't it, or something?
I think this is Type 1.
Yeah. That's the one that I want to get too, because that's super nice. Yeah.
Hold on, let me see if because this comes with like a book and it has like all this stuff in here.
Yeah, I think it's like CINE Museum out of Taiwan or whatever it is. Their releases are great, but yes, the one I want to get. Shipping from Taiwan is ridiculous.
Yeah,
Like, I'll pay some shipping, but
it was like $80 for this thing, but I was like, I don't really have any exclusives for this movie. I really want it, so
yeah, I've got this Titanical, I've got the Slip, I've got that comic steelbook you have, and then I've got the FYE exclusive one. It's gold. That's got all the comic book characters on the front of it. I've got that one.
You get these like cards that has like every X with the number on them.
Nice.
I'm jealous because you have that Funko Pop.
Yeah.
That Funko Pop of Ramona Flowers is so expensive.
Yeah, the one I want's the band, but it's like $500 for that set.
Yeah. I do love my artwork though, Ramona right here.
I'm highly jealous of that.
That's with I think it's like pencil coloring what the artist did. It's like actual pencil color pencil.
Yeah, but Titans of Cult, like they've got some good movies. Like they just did Halloween, the original Halloween. They've done Blade Runner, Casino, and a few other ones, but this is the only one I'll buy from them. It's good. The packaging's kind of, I don't like the packaging of them. It's like a hard plastic and it doesn't hold shape well.
Right.
But it was a different variation. I had to have it because Scott Pilgrim, that and The Crow bounces between my number 1 and number 2 favorite movies of all time. I watch Scott Pilgrim once a month.
I still got to find the AMC poster for this, like this poster.
Yeah.
Like I said, that was going for like $70 on eBay. So I was like hoping to go to AMC and ask them, hey, can I have this poster? But
yeah,
most of the time you go to a movie theater, they never give you it. I got the slipcover as well.
Yeah, it's so pretty.
Yeah. I was so excited for that release. I know a lot of people were like hyped for that.
Yeah, I want to get that steelbook release you got, and then I want to get the original Zombie. It's blue. Actually, it just looks like the DVD, the DVD that's in there. It's blue with him.
Isn't that a FYE exclusive? I know FYE had one too.
It may be, but it's so out of print. They're expensive too, and they don't come up very often.
Here's a good question right here from Culture Trin. He says, what's the most copies of a movie you own?
So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, plus the Blu-ray, 5 copies of Scott Pilgrim. I've got 3 copies of Shaun of the Dead. I've got 2 different steelbooks and the standard release of that. So probably Scott Pilgrim with 5 different copies of something, and I'm going to buy more. So
I would say for me, it's probably the first original Halloween. I have so many copies of it. So yeah, probably Halloween.
And that's one. I mean, they've released so many different copies of that, and different companies have released it, and some of them are worth a lot of money.
Right. Let's see. They're probably going to do like another 4K collection once the 3rd movie comes out. And then like, I don't know. We already got the 4K. That's probably all you need at this point. If they do a steelbook later on, it's like they already did another steelbook at Best Buy for it. So
yeah, I was going to pick up the Rob Zombie first one they got on steelbook, but they never put the second one on steelbook, so that kept me from doing that. I'm not really a completionist, but for something like that, I'd want both of them.
The Rob Zombie one has the first and second movie, I thought, right?
Does it have both of them in it?
Yeah, it has both. The number 1 and 2 are both in that steelbook.
I did not know that.
Yeah, I was gonna pick it up too. It's a FYE, but
that's where I see it at all the time. Well, I'm gonna have to look at it next time I go in there because I know they got a couple copies left.
Yeah, I think it has 1 and 2 in there, and like I'm excited because in February I'm supposed to meet the cast for the Rob Zombie Halloween. So I already met Daniel Harris, but I'm supposed to meet the other girls, Scott Taylor Compton, and the other one. So I'm gonna try to get like a whole poster signed from everybody.
Do you have a pretty good signed poster collection?
Yeah, like if you look at my movie room tour, I show you kind of like my autographs that I have, and I'm trying to build it up more. I just got the Shannon Elizabeth from Scary Movie. I got that autograph, so she's probably one of my like early crushes for movies.
Oh yeah.
And she still looks the same, so she's yeah, but she doesn't act anymore. That's the only problem. So
Scary Movie was great. I remember watching that in the movie theater, and I thought it was hilarious. Especially, I like the second one too with Show Me Your Strong Hand.
Yeah,
I forget what Chris Pine, or not Chris Pine, whatever his name is.
Small Soldiers, like bald guy with glasses.
Yeah, Like,
Yeah.
I thought they were really good, but what, they're up to like 5 or 6 on those.
It's because I don't think the Wayne brothers directed those ones. I think they just directed 1 through 3, I believe.
Yeah.
And then after that, where it kind of falls off. Like my favorites are 1 through number 3, though.
Yeah,
for sure.
I think I've got the 3-pack with just those 3 in there because I didn't care for anything.
Yeah, that just recently came to Blu-ray not too long ago.
Yeah.
Let's see. Culture says he has 7 steelbook copies of The Winter Soldier,
which wouldn't be hard to do because I mean the Marvel stuff has been released, I don't know, 15 times over. Mondo just released a whole new line of theirs for everything that's out so far.
I missed out on that big Best Buy sale when they had all those Marvels. Like, oh man, I missed out on that sale that they were going with. Like super cheap 4K steelbooks.
Yeah, before they did the 4Ks, I had bought some stuff from Finland. Finland had Thor, Captain America, Avengers, and Iron Man, the first 3 of each one in these collector set steelbooks. It was all 3 movies in them, and they had like whatever logo on the front of it, and I already owned them, and I wasn't going to double dip. Right. The Marvel stuff, I just stick to the Best Buy, whatever Best Buy stick puts out and all that.
Well, we pretty much reached the end of the video. I'm probably going to close it out right here.
Right.
But yeah, I just enjoy having you on the live stream, man.
I appreciate it.
Want to do an outro for your YouTube channel, let everybody know what's on your YouTube so that they can go subscribe to you. But yeah, he does have a YouTube channel, guys. I did put his YouTube channel in the description down below if you guys can be kind and subscribe to Ryan.
Because I think I'm close to 150, but again, I'm Ryan with Movies with Ryan, and yes, that's how it's spelled. My mom had to be weird. Put a movie out every Wednesday and every other Sunday. Blu-ray DVD collection update. Usually doing box openings, pickups. I do have a little episode thing I do called My Favorite 5, where I pick a subject, do my favorite 5. Did have a video drop today. My A24 collection. Next week might be my favorite 5 or a box unboxing. I'm not sure. Do follow me on Instagram as well, Movies with Ryan. That's pretty much it.
I was going to ask him, did he have a complete collection? But yeah, we're pretty much going to reach the end of this live stream, guys. So thank you, Ryan, for coming on here. And we're pretty much, I don't think I'm going to do a live stream next week, guys. So probably not, because it's like the end of the month, but just keep an eye out. I will do like a collection video. That's probably just gonna be like my last video for this year, and then I'll get back into the Blu-ray hunting and all that stuff for January. So hopefully you guys have a good New Year's, a good Christmas, and thanks for joining me in here, guys. Don't forget, like this video, go check out my last Blu-ray hunt video, and anything that you guys enjoy from my stuff. I'm thankful because I did hit 900 subscribers. So thank you, everybody that subscribes to the channel and always supports me on these live streams and my videos. All right, guys, I'll see you guys next time.